They call him like Yahweh, Bahashim Yahshai, Bahashim Kakodash. All right. Double honors to our teachers, and apostles, and elders, and peace and salutations onto the election. All right. So, this is the book of Amos. I mean, it's like Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass that in the last days, the mount of the Lord's house shall be established on the top of the mountains. It shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow onto it. And many shall go and come and say, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word from Jerusalem. And he shall judge amongst the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords and the plowshares and the spears and the pruning hooks. And they shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. O house of Jacob, come and hear, and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Therefore thou hast forsaken thy people in the house of Jacob, because they replenished from the east, and are soothsayers like the Philistines, and they please themselves in the children of strangers. Their lands also full of silver, neither is there any end of their treasures. Their lands are full of horses, neither is there any end of their chariots. Their lands full of idols. They worship the work of their own hands, that which is with their own fingers have they made. The mean man boweth down, and the great man humble himself. Therefore, forgive them not. Enter into the rock and hide in the dust for fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled. Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. My glory, what he say? My glory I will not give to another. All right. So when the Most High Yahweh Shem shall come back, he's coming back to humble men. All right. It says what? The lofty looks of man shall be humbled. All right. And the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down. All right. Because we all um must remain with a humble mindset, at the end of the day. All right. And the Lord is going to humble the so-called white man. He's going to humble all the proud of our people, you know, all the proud, man, all the lofty, the lofty looks of men, right? It says lofty. What's the word for lofty? Haughtiness. All right. Pride, loftiness, They said the Lord is going to humble the lofty looks of men, right? And the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. All right. Haughtiness, strong 73 and 12. It says height, elevation, height, loftiness, haughtiness. Yeah. Yeah. Men of high degree are a lie. Our vanity, Psalm 62. Psalm 62 and verse 9. Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie. See? Because the scriptures say that which is highly esteemed amongst men is an abomination to the Lord. All right. So men of high degree are a lie, to be laid in the balance. They are even altogether lighter than vanity. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. The Most High has spoken once, twice. I've heard this. That power belongeth unto the Most High. Also knoweth unto thee. Also unto thee, O Lord, belong mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his works. All right. So the Lord gonna render a reward to the proud, man, but he give grace unto what? The lowly, the meek. Mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Yeah. As it says in Sirach chapter 3 and verse 18 on down, 17 verse 18, 19 verse, The Lord said mysteries are revealed unto the meek, So it says Isaiah 2 and 12, for the day of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai of hosts shall be upon everyone that's proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. Upon the cedars of Lebanon that are high and lifted up, upon all the oaks of Bashan, upon all the high mountains, upon the hills that's lifted up, upon every high tower, upon every fence wall, upon all the ships of Tarshish, upon all pleasant pictures. And the loftiness of men shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Huh? What did it say? It said, the Most High Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai alone shall be exalted in that day. And, as joint heirs, you're going to receive exaltation as well. But the Lord is going to be the main one receiving the glory, man. Okay? That's why you're a servant you're a servant of the Lord, right? Here it is. If you're an employee of the Lord, the CEO, whoever runs the company, they the ones that get they're the one that get the exaltation, right? The Lord, it says, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day, and the idols he shall utterly abolish. All right, these people have become celebrities out there, man. They become idols, American Idol. People worship these individuals out there. Oh my God, when they see them, they're fainting. They see Michael Jackson or one of these guys, one of these new age celebrities, when they see K Dot, they're gonna faint. They see LeBron or one of these niggas, they're gonna faint. All the idols shall be utterly abolished, man. Okay, whether it be the Buddha, the Jesus Christ statue, you know what I'm saying, or you people that have exalted yourselves to the point where you're being deified by the people. When they try to make our Lord king, he flee from the people, man. He says, "Not my time." I came lowly riding on the ass. The Lord didn't he didn't come here to be king on this side. He came to be as a servant and minister just like you. Okay, so it says 19th verse, and they shall go into the holes of the rocks and into the caves of the earth for the fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake the earth terribly. And that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold, which they made each one for himself to worship, to the moles and to the bats, to go into the clefts of the rocks, and to go into the top of the ragged rocks for the fear of the Lord, for the glory of his majesty, when he arises to shake terribly the earth. Cease ye from man whose breath is in his nostrils, for wherein is he to be accounted of? Right. So again, back in the 11th verse, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in the day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that's proud and lofty, and upon everyone that's lifted up, he shall be brought low. All right, starting with the so-called white man. All right. And you niggas that have made your bed in this world, so you could be up there and people could be praising you, Okay. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse, because the Lord is a jealous power. He said what? His glory he will not give unto another. The Lord is a jealous God, He go with consuming envy, as the scripture say. He'll not take lightly to somebody trying to upstage him, supplant him, because Jacob, our people are what? Supplanters. Okay. Isaiah 10 and verse 33. It says, behold, the Lord of hosts shall lop with the bow of terror, and the high ones of stature shall be hewn down. The high ones of stature shall be hewn down, and the haughty shall be humbled. The high ones of stature shall be hewn down, brought down a few pegs. Okay. And he shall cut down the thickets of the forest with iron, and Lebanon shall be a mighty one. All right. So they said the high ones of stature shall be hewn down, and the haughty shall be humbled. That's why the Lord said, the first shall be last, the last shall be first. All right. Whosoever shall humble himself as a little child, that's who gonna receive the kingdom. Okay. It says Psalms 34 and verse 2, my soul shall make boast in the Most High, Yahweh Shai, the humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name together. Okay. It's all about exalting the Lord, not yourselves. Scripture say, he that exalt himself shall what be abased. All right. So the Lord's coming back for a great humbling on the earth. Everyone gonna understand, who runs things, man. Okay. It says, this is a book of the prayer Azariah chapter 1 and verse the prayer Azariah chapter 1 and verse 62. It says, "O ye servants of the Lord, bless ye the Lord, and praise and exalt him above all forever. O ye spirits and souls of the righteous, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forever. O ye holy and humble men of heart, bless ye the Lord, praise and exalt him above all forevermore." All right. The prayers are right 1 and 64. All right. Deuteronomy 8 and verse 1. "And the commandments, all the commandments, which I command you this day, shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply and go in possession." That's like and possess the land which the Lord swore unto your fathers. "And thou shalt remember all the ways which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness to humble thee, to humble thee." The Lord put us in captivity. He put us in the wilderness, walk around 40 years to humble you, because you wasn't grateful. You wasn't grateful to get delivered out of Egypt, man. You know, you wasn't grateful for that. You wasn't grateful the Lord set up Moses and them, and Aaron his prophet, right? You wasn't you wasn't happy about that, you know. So it said you was in the wilderness 40 years to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what is in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. He humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and he fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know it, that he might make thee known. So like that he might make thee known that man doth not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceed out the mouth of the Lord doth man live. All right. Not all about bread and money and just what you're gonna stuff in your mouth. It's not all about KFC. It's about what the Lord got going on. What's the Lord's words? That's what man's gonna live by. Israelites. The Israelites gonna live by the scripture say what? The just shall live by faith. Cornelius was a just man that lived by faith. That's why a devil, a white man, another nation, they don't live by faith. They live by what they're going to put in their nasty mouths. They don't live by faith. They're only their only directive in their heads is that of an animal. Okay, an animal, he doesn't consider spiritual things. All he considers is I need to eat this rabbit right here. Unless I get this hunt right here, unless I get this food right here, I'm gonna die. That's all they think about. Eat survival, you know. Our people are spiritual people, man, that are set up as judges, kings, priests, magistrates on the earth, man, to the other nations. All right. The Israelites was created in order for them to be the ruling class people, a spiritual people, not a bunch of animals, man. That all they care about is fucking and eating and sleeping. You know, Tobit chapter 4 and verse 18, "Ask counsel of all that are wise, and despise not any counsel that is profitable. Bless the Lord thy power always, and desire of him that thy ways may be directed, and that all thy paths and counsels may prosper. For every nation have not counsel." The other nations have not counsel. We got counsel. "But the Lord himself giveth all good things, and he humbleth whom he will." He humble us, me, you. Okay. "He humbleth him whom he will. He chastised those who he loves." Hebrews 12. He didn't chastise the other nations, did he? He didn't put them in captivity. They didn't have their daddy stripped out their house. They didn't have their mamas gone, bugged the hell out on drugs. Why? Because he didn't want to teach these other nations a lesson. Because I didn't know these other nations. I only knew you. Amos 3 and 2. "All the families of the earth, I will punish you for your iniquities," man. "Of all the families of the earth, only you have I known, therefore I will punish you for your iniquities." I don't know these other kids. They ain't my kids. I don't care what the fuck happens to them. Whatever happens to these nations, they're irrelevant, man. I go to the program, I pick up my kid. I pick up my daughter from school, my son. I don't know these other kids right there. I don't know these goop looking kids with eyes wide shut. You know what I'm saying, bro? Okay, so it said he humbled him. He humbleth whom he will, as he will, as he will. All things obey his will. Sirach 18:3. Not your will. That's why the Lord gonna come back to humble men on the planet. Everybody, starting with the white man, 2/3 of our people, you know, and even in this truth, man. First Peter 4:17, it said judgment must start at the house of the Most High first, man. Great judgments. We're gonna come start at the house of the Most High first, because there's a lot of pride, a lot of ego, a lot of self glorification, a lot of self exaltation, a lot of self commending, that's going on amongst our people, man. So it says, he humbleth whom he will, as he will. Now, therefore, my son, remember my commandments, neither let them be put out of thy mind. All right. Second Ezra chapter 10. Second Ezra chapter 10 and verse 5. Then I left the meditations wherein I was in, and I spake to her in anger, saying, thou foolish woman above all others, seest thou not our mourning and what hath happened unto us? How that Zion, our mother, is full of heaviness and much humbled, mourning very sorrow. Now, seeing we all mourn and are sad, for we are in heaviness, art thou grieved for one son? All right. So Zion is humbled, mourning very sore. That's why I should say in Ecclesiastes 7, it says, it's better go to the house of mourning than the house of mirth. All right. Because that's a humble spirit, man. That's a meek and contrite spirit, which the Lord will not despise. But the house of mirth is a house of pride, man. It's a house of exaltation. It's a house of taking pictures. Look at me. Look at me. Oh, no. Look at the parties. Oh, why motherfuckers go to parties? To exalt themselves. So people for social status. Oh, you wasn't at so-and-so's party? Oh my God. You didn't go to here. It's all about vanity. It's all about vanity, man. Okay. So this world full of vanity and pride. That's why Isaiah 2:11 again. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. Okay. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. It's the day of the Lord. It's the day of the Lord. When you read, it says the day of the Lord, not the day of you, the day of the Lord, man. And yes, he will bless you if you obey. He'll take care of you as he will take care of his men, as he'll take care of his sons. But it's about the Lord, bro. It's not about us. It's about the heavenly Father, man. Okay, and his only begotten son. And then he said, what? You're joint heirs with me. So you're going to receive what I receive. But anyways, Sirach 2 and verse 10. Look at the generation of old and see, did anybody put their trust in the Lord, and was they ever confounded? Or did any abide in his fear, and were they forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that call upon him? Okay, now let me jump down. 16 verse. It says, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. Prepare their hearts, their minds, and they will humble their souls in their sight. All right, in his sight. So like it. Saying, we will fall to the hands of the Most High and not into the hands of men. For his majesty is, so is his mercy. Yeah, because with men there's no mercy, man. With men there's no compassion, there's no forgiveness, there's no, hey, brother, you you know what I'm saying? That's rare in this world. That's very rare, man. That's very rare, bro. Because the scripture say what? The love of many shall wax cold, man. Okay, even in this truth of ours, where you're supposed to know, you're supposed to love your brother as yourself, right? Love your enemies. Did not the Lord say, love your enemies? Like Sirach 7 and verse 4. See not of the Lord preeminence, neither of the king the seat of honor. Justify not thyself before the Lord, and boast not of thy wisdom before the king. Seek not to be judged, be not able to take away iniquity, lest at any time thou fear the person of the mighty, become a respecter of persons, and lay a stumbling block in the way of the uprighteous, of thy uprightness. Like it. Offend not against the multitude of a city, and then shalt thou not cast thyself down amongst the people. Bind not one sin upon another, for in one shalt thou not be unpunished. And say not, the Most High will look on the multitude of my oblations, and when I offer the Most High, he will accept it. Okay? Be not faint-hearted. When thou prayest, when I make that prayer, and neglect not to give alms. 11 verse. Laugh no man to scorn in the bitterness of his soul, for there is one which humbleth and exalteth. See, there's one and there's watching everything. Okay, why you sitting there laughing and joking and there's one that's watching. Okay, the scripture say, "Be not confident in a plain way, man." Okay, so laugh not a man to scorn in the bitterness of his soul. All right, for there is one which humbleth and exalteth, man. All right. There's one that does the humbling, there's one that does the exalted. Promotion coming not from the east or the west. Where does promotion come from? All right. Promotion comes from the Heavenly Father, man. They get that too. You know, get that too as well. Psalm 75 and verse 6. It says this. It says, for promotion coming neither from the east nor from the west, nor from the south, but the Most High is the judge. Yahweh Shemashai, he's the judge. He put him down one and set up another, right? He humbled and exalted. You know? Sirach 7 and 11. Laugh no man to scorn the bitterness of soul, for there's one that humbleth and exalted. There you go. So, promotion coming not from the east, nor the west, nor the south, but the Most High is the judge. He put it down one, set it up another. 8th verse. Psalm 75 and 8. For in the hand of the Lord there's a cup, and the wine is red, it is full of mixture, and he poured out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them. But I will declare forever, and I will sing praise to the God of Jacob, and all the horns of wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted. The Lord said, what? He himself shall be exalted. Him alone shall be exalted in that day. 11th verse. Isaiah 2 and 11. The lofty looks of man shall be humble, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be under everyone, upon everyone that's proud and lofty. Upon everyone that's lifted up shall be brought low. Okay. So it's the book of Sirach 18 and verse 21. Humble thyself. 20. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation thou shalt find mercy. Humble thyself before thou be sick. In times of sin, show repentance. All right. So humble thyself before thou be sick, man. All right. The scripture say there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. Okay. Matter of fact, let me get this too, real quick. Ye yourselves. Let me get this too, real quick. While it's on my mind. Well, see ye yourselves. Okay, yeah, Luke 13. Yeah, real quick. Yeah, Luke the 13th chapter. That Luke the 13th chapter and the 20, I believe. Okay, yeah, 24th verse. It says, strive to enter into the straight gate. For many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able. Why? Because their heart is not right with the Lord. All right. It says, for whence the master of the house is risen up and have shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without and to knock at the door, saying, Lord, open up unto us. He shall answer unto us and say, I know you not from whence ye are. Then shall you begin to say, we have eaten and drunken in thy presence, and thou hast taught in our streets. But he shall say, I tell you, I know you not from whence ye are. Depart from me, ye workers of iniquity. There shall be weeping, gnashing of teeth, when ye shall see Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and all the prophets in the kingdom of the Most High, and you yourselves thrust out. And it shall come from the east, west, and from the north, south, and shall sit down in the kingdom of the Most High. Behold, there they that are last shall be first, and the first shall be last. So, in other words, the Lord said, what? There's many men out there that, we're doing the Lord's will, the Lord's with us, and but the Lord said what? He'll say, I don't know you, all right, because you think you're doing the Lord's will, but you're doing whatever it is according to what men say and what this person said, that person said, and what the UPK said, and what Sakari said, and what the True Christian Church said, and what this said, and Now, according, are you truly serving the Lord, or are you, defending men? Are you defending, your leader or whoever it is? Are you a servant of the Lord, or are you a servant of a man? Understand? So the Lord said, I don't know you. I don't know you because you're not doing my will. You're not defending me. You're defending somebody else. I don't know you. So when you see the real men of the Lord into the kingdom, you're going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth. You're going to say, oh, well, damn. the hell? You know, you know, I'm good. You know, you don't know, so you gotta humble yourself, you know, and you gotta follow the land whithersoever he goeth. You know, that's the whole point. The whole point is that the true worshiper shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. John 4, right? You're gonna worship the Father in spirit and truth, man. All right, the true worshiper shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. The time will come when the true worshiper shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. All right. So Sirach 35 and verse because scriptures say many are called, few chosen. All right. Many called, thousands, millions are called. But how many are really of that number? How many are really sincere? How many are really down to earth like the Lord was? How many are really diligent, you know, to make their calling and election sure? There's not many. Okay. The men of the Lord do not grow on trees, and they're not in high demand. It's like not in high access, right? They're in high demand, but they're not highly accessible. Readily accessible. Wherever you go, you're just gonna find a bunch of men of the Lord. When you see a group of 800 men marching down the street, the majority of them ain't right. Probably all of them ain't right. There's probably like 1 or 2 guys there that the Lord might have mercy on. But the majority, when you see the multitude, crowds and shit, that don't mean nothing. Okay, because Jake see a bunch of numbers and they, that's the Lord got to be right there. That's where the Lord is. The Lord said a king is not saved by the multitude of a host, but victory comes from the heavens. Okay, that's why he said 1 man that's just is better than 1,000. Okay, he said 1 man that's just is better than 1,000. Man, you're worth 1,000 unjust niggas, 1,000 actors, 1,000 pookies. Let's get that too. Sirach 16 and the Lord said he'd make a man more precious than fine gold. What that mean? That you're rare. You brothers are rare. Okay, that's not a rare. You're not commonplace or normal. Okay, so it says what is this at? What is this? 1 man that's just is better than 1,000. That's in here. I just gotta find it. Okay, yeah. Third verse. It says, "Trust not in thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that's is just is better than 1,000. One that's just better than 1,000. And better is it to die without children than to have them that's ungodly." So it's 1 in a million, like that Aaliyah song, man. 1 in a million, man. The men of the Lord are 1 in a million. You know. Okay, Sirach 35 and verse let's see, 16. It said, "He that served the Lord shall be accepted with favor." Okay, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds. The prayer of the humble pierce the clouds. Till it come nigh, he will not be comforted. See, the prayer of the humble pierce the clouds. Until it comes to fruition, the man or the woman will not be comforted. Because you know you have humble women out there that submit to the men or the Lord. That's like Tabitha and them. That's why they got raised from the dead, because they had a humble, contrite spirit. You know, so they do exist. A virtuous woman is given to a godly man. A righteous woman given to a godly man. If you stuck with some fucking fire-breathing dragon, it's probably because you're a fire-breathing dragon. It's probably because you're like just like that too. The birds of the feather will flock together, as it say. You know. So, anyways, you attract exactly what you are, man. You know. Anyways, it said the prayer of the humble pierce the clouds until it come nigh, he will not be comforted. And will not depart to the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. On who? On behalf of the humble. The Lord is executing judgment. That's why I call the lawyer, the priest. He's executing judgment for the poor and the oppressed, the needy. Okay, they're sighing and crying for the abomination done in the midst thereof. The prayer of the humble piercing the clouds for the affliction they're going through. Do you think this white man is praying for anything? He's praying for more money to the white Jesus or to Baphomet, or one of these motherfucking deities that they got from the Babylonians. You know, because Esau got an original bone in his body. He don't have an original bone, man. Everything he got, he took from somebody else, including us. Jacob is the former of all things. Jeremiah 10:16. His portion is not like them. He is the former of all things. So it said 18 verse. So right 35:18. For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient towards them, till he has smitten and sundered the loins of the unmerciful. Our people are unmerciful, man. They run around talking about mercy, and they never show you no mercy. Mercy is applied to those who you know. Mercy is applied to whoever you like. Mercy, the Lord said, He'll have mercy on who have mercy, have compassion, have compassion, right? But you're supposed to have mercy on a man that's like unto yourself, right? Especially in this truth of ours. But you don't see that too often, do you? Don't see it too often, do you? It says, and repay vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud and broken the scepter of the unrighteous. Till he what? Take away the multitude of the proud. So that means that there's many proud out there. That's what that means. Multitude means many. So there's many proud out there, including our people, including in this truth of ours. That's why it says 1 Peter 4:17, right? Judgment must start at the house of the Most High first, right here, amongst us that know this faith, this knowledge, this wisdom, this understanding, man. Okay? So it says, and broke the scepter of the unrighteous till he rendered to every man according to his deeds and the works of men according to their devices. So the Lord said he made man upright, but they sought out many inventions. Okay, so we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, and we're not ignorant of men's devices either, because men do what they do. That's why the Lord come back to humble men all across the planet, starting with that white man, starting with that devil. He think he's the exalted deity of the planet. Starting with you devils. Okay. So it says, he will render to man according to their devices till he judge the cause of his people, the cause of the poor, the cause of the meek, the cause of the afflicted. That's the Lord plead his cause, because we ain't got nobody pleading our cause. It says, and made them to rejoice in his mercy. Mercy is seasonable in time of affliction as clouds of rain in time of drought. Right now, the Lord's watering the earth with his knowledge and wisdom, and pretty soon it's going to be a drought. Where it said that in Amos, the 8th chapter, that they shall be wandering from coast to coast, man, looking for this word. City to city, going around looking for the men that teaching this word, the water of life. John 7:38. He that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water, meaning there's an abundance of knowledge coming out of this man. That's called rain in due season, man. The Lord's dripping down his knowledge. I would make doctrine to drop as the rain. Let's get that too. How's he doing it? By way of his men. He didn't send some angelical floating baby to teach you the word. Talking about it's not about the men. It's not about. So who did the Lord use? He used his men to speak the doctrine, the word, the flowing up out of them. Well, it's not about y'all. Y'all not important. Y'all not important. The Lord said otherwise, brother. Because if it wasn't for you out there teaching, who would be out there defending your people? Whitey, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jonathan Majors running from a white woman? No. The Lord said he spoke by his prophets sundry times from the beginning, before the world was created. All right, that's how he said. That's what he said he would do. Oh, Hosea 12:10. I was multiply similitudes by the ministry of the prophets, by the mouth of the prophets, man. Well, so it says, make doctrine come down as the rain. Real quick. Oh, Deuteronomy 32, my bad. It said, my doctrine. That's why I said in Joel 2. It says in Joel 2 that 27, 28 on down, it says that I will pour my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and daughters shall prophesy, see visions. That's the doctrine being dropped down through the Lord's spirit, man. Now you got people having dreams because the word's going out. The word's going out. Now the end is coming. Christianity, all that bullshit. No, you didn't see people having visions, all doing all this stuff. You didn't see people understanding, coming to the wisdom, because that wasn't the knowledge. That wasn't the true knowledge of the Most High. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 2. It says, my doctrine shall drop as the rain, and my speech shall distill as the dew. as the small rain upon the tender herb, as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe ye greatness unto our power. You see, for his work is what? Perfect. He is the rock. His work is perfect, for all his ways of judgment. A God of truth, without iniquity, just and right is he. But what have they done? They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation. And they're back here to this day. And what are they doing? Exalting themselves, being, taking pictures on horses and shit, chilling with celebrities and making themselves, the number one guy. We're the number one with this and that, here and there, blah, blah, blah. We the only ones with the truth and this and that. And, the Lord's only, saying here and there, you got to do this. And if you don't do this, then, God's going to strike you down. That's what your people do. But they forget that there's one that humbleth and exalteth, man. There's one that has the ultimate judgment. Okay, and in his and this truth is about him. Okay, so Lord, when come for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that's proud and lofty, upon everyone that's lifted up, and shall they be brought low. Okay, because Lord, he bring down to the grave, bring it back up again. He set up kings and put them down. So at the end of the day, it's all of the Lord. That's why I said he alone shall be exalted in that day. Right? My glory I will not give to another. All right. So it says Sirach 40 and verse 1. Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go forth out their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things, the earth. Right? Their imagination of things to come in the day of death troubleth their thoughts and causes fear of heart. From him that sitteth on a throne of glory unto him that's humbled in earth and ashes. From him that weareth purple and a crown unto him that is clothed with fine linen. Does that sound like somebody? Everybody's going to be humbled. From them that wear purple and a crown, and to the lowly, man. Everyone's going to, be humbled. And the Lord's going to give every man his just due, according to what his work shall be. All right. That's why it says, be not faint-hearted, or be not weary in well-doing, I should say. Because you're doing a good thing. You'll humble yourself before the power of the earth. Before he comes, he ain't gonna find you, doing some bullshit. No, he's gonna find you with faith on earth. He's gonna find you, humbly serving. That's why the scripture says, study to be quiet. Study to be quiet and do your own work. Then you shall have no boasting in another man's line of work, but in yourself. Yeah, I'm good. You got to worry about nothing. The Lord come, you good. You got good conscience. That's why the scripture say, blessed is the man whose conscience have not condemned him. All right. So it says, Philippians chapter 2 and verse, Philippians chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, if therefore there be any consolation in Yahushua, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels of mercy, fulfill ye my joy, that ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory. You see a lot of vainglory out there, a lot of strife, a lot of vainglory. But in lowliness of mind, let each other esteem each other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but look every man on the things of others also. And let this mind be in you, which was also in the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua, who made himself a what? Of no reputation. Okay? And took upon him the form of a servant and was made in likeness of men. How many of these men out there would lose their positions and lower themselves and become as a little child, as a Lord? I'm talking about the Lord of Lords himself lost his ranking to come down and be a peasant like you. How many of the men out there that got these lofty titles and I'm so and so, this and that? How many of them is going to lower themselves and be like, nah, you take over, bro. You do this. The head of this, whatever, he's not going to be like, yo, hey, I'm done. You brothers take over, That's very rare. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because vainglory, command in general, Yahana. You know, man, do you think he's going to step down from his power? The only time he's going to step down is if he goes to the spiritual realm, man. That's the only time. He ain't going to lose his grip on his organization. Come on, man. So it says that the Lord made himself of no reputation, okay, and took on himself the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of men. The greatest amongst you shall be what? Your servant, man. Hold on real quick. Real quick. So like it, real quick. I gotta take this. Yep. There we go. Yeah, kind of like it. Okay, so it said he made himself of no reputation and took upon himself the form of a servant and made him in the likeness of men, right? So the Lord came himself and had to live like you do. That's why the Lord put us in these bodies so we be humble, so you can live like these human beings do. You know, we're angels, you know, on this earth, in spirit, in these carnal meat suits. Jude, the first chapter. All right, and what it say everlasting chains of darkness. We're trapped in these everlasting chains of darkness, right? So you was brought here to learn how to judge these people because you were one time a human being. You went through captivities. You got your mama and your daddy taken from you. You know, you got your girl raped in front of you. So you remember when it's time for you to rule, when it's time for you to make decisions over these other nations, you remember, you know, that's not right. You know, that's fucked up. You know, so and so. So you have compassion for these people. That's how the Lord, he was moved with compassion on the people, man, because he lived just like you did. Had to go through infirmities and heartbreak and loss and all this shit just like you did. Okay. So backstabbing, the Lord was backstabbed. How many times have you been backstabbed in your life? Couldn't even count, could you? 8th verse. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. Wherefore, the Most High have also highly exalted him. Why? Because he was able to lower himself in order to receive that which was his. Okay. So the Most High, it said he exalted him and give him a name which is above every name. That at the name of the Lord Yahushua, every knee should bow of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth. That every tongue should confess that the Most High, that Yahushua Mashiach is the Lord, to the glory of Yahweh the Father. Right? The Lord received a new rank. It's not like he received a new name. He received a new rank. No, he gets upgraded, boosted up because he was able to come complete the mission. He had to work for it. Nothing in life is free, brother. Nothing in life is free, man. Okay. You gotta go to work. You gotta humble yourself, right? You gotta go up there and work. You know, nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is free, man. Everything must be earned. You know. Okay, so I said Jeremiah 44 and verse 7. Therefore, now thus said the Lord, wherefore commit ye this great evil against your souls, to cut off from you man and woman, child and suckling out of, to leave you none to remain, and that ye provoke me unto wrath with the works of your hands, burning incense unto other gods in the land of Egypt, whither ye be gone to dwell, that ye might cut yourselves off, that ye might be a curse and a reproach among all the nations of the earth. Have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, and the wickedness of the kings of Judah, and the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which they committed in the land of Judah and in the land of Jerusalem? They are not humbled even unto this day. Let me read that again. Have you forgotten the wickedness of your fathers, the wickedness of the kings of Judah, the wickedness of their wives, and your own wickedness, and the wickedness of your wives, which they could commit in the land of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? Did you forget all that? They are not humbled even unto this day. 10th verse. Neither have they feared nor walked in my law nor in my statutes that I have set before you and before your fathers. All right. Therefore, thus said the Lord of hosts and the God of Israel, behold, I'll set my face against you for evil, to cut you off all of Judah. And I'll take the remnant of Judah and that have set their faces to go into the land of Egypt to sojourn there, and they shall all be consumed and fall in the land of Egypt, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by the famine. Why? Because of great pride. Because even to this day, they're not humble. even to this day, you know, even to this day. It says in the 10th verse, they are not humbled even unto this day. Neither have they feared nor walked in my law, nor in my statutes that I have set before you and before your fathers. All right. So it says, First Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. Everything under this, there's a time for everything, right? It's a time to be a base. Right now, it's time to be a base. Pretty soon is a time to be exalted, bro. Pretty soon is a time for you to be exalted, right? Humble yourself under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time. All right. It says, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. Be sober, vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And that devil, so-called white man, but the physical counterpart, which is the spiritual demon, he's going around sowing different seeds in men: pride, ego, heresies, wicked spirits, and shit. All kind of stuff, man. The Lord has Satan doing overtime work right now. That's why when Peter was on the scene with the Lord said, "I pray for you, that Satan has desired to sift you, as wheat is sifted. But I have prayed for thee that faith fail not, man." You know, so it says that that the Lord will exalt you in due time, everything in its time. All right, that's right now is not the time. All right. All right. The Lord cares for his people. Men don't give a damn about you, but the Lord care about you. All right. Men care about themselves. It says what? They be lovers of their own self, covetous, boasters, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, truce breakers, without natural affection. What that means, they don't give a shit about you. You could drop dead, and what are they gonna do? Laugh at you and say, "Oh, that nigga wasn't right." Yeah. Oh shit. You know, the Most High cares for you. Man, they don't give a shit about you. The only people that care about you is your mama and your daddy, if they cared about you at all. You know, maybe you'll be fortunate. You might meet a woman or whatever the case may be. You might be a man. They might care for you a little bit, but let some shit happen, and boom, they're gonna be like, "Fuck you. That's my ex. Fuck my ex." You know, hey, I hope he dies. Shit, piss on his grave. You know, so nobody cares about you out here. The only people that care about you is the Most High and His Son. That's it. Okay. You drop dead, they're gonna say, "Oh, where's so and so?" The world is gonna move on. We care about you like that. It's just the reality. Okay, we're students of reality, right? So I said, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith. That's why I say, put on the whole armor, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But the God of all grace, who have called us into his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushua, after that ye have suffered a little while, make you perfect and establish and strengthen you, etc. Why you got to suffer? So you could be humbled. You see that? To be in him, to him be glory, dominion forever and ever. All right. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter. Oh no, this is not the one. This is not the one. Yeah, back at Isaiah chapter 2 and verse 11, it said, "The Lord, so like the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day." It's all about the Lord. It's all about the Most High, and then we come after that. You know what I'm saying? Um, then we come after that. The Most High, the order is the Most High, the Son, and then us, and then the women, and then the rest of the other nations, them dogs. The other nations, they're dogs. All right, they're dogs, and their job is to serve the Most High, man, through us, through the children of Israel. Their job is to serve us. All right, we serve the Most High, and they serve us. Okay, and that's why the Lord's coming back to humble them too. All right, but mainly to judge his house first. Okay, Isaiah 5 and 13, real quick. It says, therefore my people, no, let me actually, the 11th verse. It says, "Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, till wine inflame them. And the harp and the viol and the tabret and pipe and wine are in their feasts. But they regard not the works of the Most High, neither consider the operations of his hands. Therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge. And their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore hell have enlarged herself." Oh, here comes some niggas talking about, oh, hell is a woman, and hell enlarged herself. The scripture say affliction shall not rise up the second time. All right. At the end of the day, all right, the Lord uses parables, man. He uses dark sayings, and sometimes he compares a woman to a dragon. Are there dragons flying around in the sky? No, it's a metaphor. Therefore therefore hell have enlarged herself, and open her mouth without measure. And their glory and their multitude and their pomp, he that rejoices shall descend into it. What does pomp mean? Pride, arrogancy. Okay, their pomp, our people have a lot of pomp to them, you know. They have a lot of pomp to them, you know. It says it says their pomp, he that rejoices shall descend into it. All right. And the mean man shall be brought down. 15th verse, Isaiah 5:15. And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled. But the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment. And God that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. Okay, pomp means ostentatious display. God damn. Hey, that's heavy. That's a heavy judgment, like dude would say, man. Magnificence, man. Okay, solemn procession, display, sending a message to the people, which is of vain display, worldly display, vain show, feeling of arrogance and vanity, pomp. All right. Okay. Ostentatious display, man. Let's get that word ostentatious, dude. That's a good word right there. That's a good word, brother. That's a good word. Ostentatious, man. It says ostentatious, ambitious display. A lot of ambition, man. You know, right? Pretentious show, display intended to evoke admiration or attract attention. Okay, showing exhibition, vain display. Huh? To display. That's why Scripture say, "Be not desirous of vain glory." So Isaiah 5:15, the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled. But the Lord of hosts shall be exalted in judgment, because that for judgment must start at the house of the Most High first. 1 Peter 4:17, right? And God that is holy shall be sanctified in righteousness. Then shall the lambs feed after their manner, and the waste place of the fat ones shall strangers eat. Woe to them that draw iniquity with cords of vanity, and sin as it were a cart rope, that say, "Let him make speed and hasten his work, that we may see it, and let the counsel of the Holy One of Israel draw nigh and come, that we may know it." Yeah, but that's why it says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." That's why I said, "Woe to you that desire the day of the Lord, for what end is it to you?" Right? Because you think I'm right with the Lord. The Lord's going to deliver me. I got to be one of those men, and then the heart is not right with the Lord, right? Because you have a proud, high, exalted mind. Because you think you've been around for 30, 40, 20, 15. I've been around a long time. I'm good. I know so and so, and I know this person, I know that person, and I'm a captain of so and so, and I'm this and I'm that. That's why Scripture say, "I will not give flattering titles unto men," because what does that do? It puffs up, and it takes away from the simplicity that's in your Yahushua. All right. So it says, Isaiah 5:21, "Woe to them that are wise in their own eyes," right? "And prudent in their own sight. Woe to them that's mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for a reward, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him." Right. It says that he that condemned the just and justify the wicked are both an abomination to the Lord. All right. So Isaiah 2:11, it says, "The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of man shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that's proud and lofty, and upon everyone that's lifted up for they shall be brought low. So with that, call out Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Kagodas, and Shalom to the elect. So